Good evening, students. Good evening. Good evening. Okay. So before I start the class, good evening, everyone. Kishan. Good, good. I'm good, Tushar. Hope you are also good. So before I start the class, one request I have. While seeing the video, if somewhere you have to leave for some purpose, some emergency, something, just inform once. Okay. Don't leave the class suddenly like that. Okay, if there is some internet connection problem and all, I understand, but do not leave the class in the middle. Please see the class till the end, because whatever we are doing now is going to be very useful for you for the entire first PU and second PU. Okay, so let us continue with our discussion. So last time I gave you a homework. How many of you were able to do? How many were able to do the homework? Or did anyone try? How many of you tried? Okay, tried is fine. I could not, sir. Okay, I had exams. Fine, fine. Gnapita. You were able to do, huh? Good, good. I tried. Okay, okay. Spandana also gave a try. So everyone tried, but no one got. Anyone got the answer? Are you like 100% sure this is the answer like that? Anyone who is 100% sure? Stalin? Stalin is not present today in the class. Okay. Don't know, sir. Okay, fine. So before I continue, try to answer this question which I have already discussed with you. If you have a graph of y versus x, so y is a function of x. Okay, and if I say that when I draw the graph, suppose the graph looks like this, then at this value of x, you can see the value of y is maximum. Correct, na? It is maximum. So at this point, what was the slope? At this point, what is the slope? Answer we'll discuss now. Gagandeep. First answer this question. At this point, what is the slope? 0. Neha is answering privately. Others also you understand, right? At this point, the slope is 0. I hope all of you remember how you find the slope. To find the slope, you have to draw tangent. First, you have to draw tangent. Then you have to measure tan of angle made by the tangent with the x-axis. So here, if you ask me, I will draw tangent like this. So this angle, this is your x-axis, right? Parallel to x-axis. So this is the angle. So here the slope will be tan theta. Here if I ask, you have to draw tangent like this. Then you have to find this angle. Okay, and then tangent of that angle you have to take. That will come negative, I told, because tangent of obtuse angle is negative. But at this point, if you draw tangent, then it will be parallel to your x-axis. So angle will be 0. If angle is 0, slope will be 0. Right? Now, what is the meaning of slope we have given in this chapter? So in this chapter, we are calling slope as dy by dx. In differentiation, slope is dy by dx is nothing but slope of the tangent at a particular point. That's why it is instantaneous rate of change. Instantaneous rate of change. Okay, so I'm trying to revise every time a little bit so that these ideas are new, so it will take some time for it to sink. So it is always better to revise. So we know whenever y, listen carefully, whenever y is maximum or minimum, that time dy by dx should be 0. Whenever y is maximum or minimum, dy by dx at that point should be 0. Please remember that. And this is the reason. Now, even if you forget the reason, don't forget the result. So the question that was given to you was like this. When you take a body and you throw it with some velocity u, initial velocity u, then it will keep going up and come down. So if I write the formula for height, how much height it is after time t, matlab when I was throwing it, that time let us say I start my watch. So here time is 0 when I started. So when this started, time is 0. After time t, maybe it is here. After time t, this is when the time is t. So in time t, it has covered h height. The formula for that height was given to you. What was the formula? H equal to ut minus half gt square. In the question, it was mentioned u and g should be taken as constants. During this problem, your u will not change. Initial velocity, how it will change? Final velocity will change, but initial velocity will not change. No, your birthday doesn't change, right? Your day of living changes. Your day of living changes as long as we live. Our day of living changes, but our birthday, that will remain same only. So initial velocity will be constant always. So the question was, after what time the height will be maximum? That was the question. Okay. So what I told you here, if you look carefully, h is a function of time, right? Height is a function of time. So think, this is y, this is x, right? Y depends on x. So when height is maximum, whenever height is maximum, one thing we know, dh by dt, correct na? Dy by dx, remember. Now y is h. dh by dt should be 0. Correct? Okay. Now let us put the formula for h. So differentiation d by dt of, what is h? Ut minus half gt square. That should be 0. Now already I have told you, I have given you formula how to do differentiation, right? So let us do differentiation now. Two terms are there. So first I should write d by dt of first term ut minus d by dt of second term. What is the second term? Half gt square. That should be equal to 0. Okay. Now u is constant. If there is a constant in the function, what I told you, take the constant outside. So you can take outside. dt by dt minus, here what is constant? Half is a number. Numbers are always constant. G is also constant. Take it outside. G by 2 I can take outside. What is left? Differentiation of t square with respect to t. Now, what was the formula of dx power n by dx? Nx power n minus 1. So this will be, what is this? What is this answer? Dx by dx. Dx by dx. 1. So dt by dt will be 1 minus g by 2. And differentiation of x square with respect to x was 2x power 2 minus 1. 2x power 2 minus 1 means 2x. So this will be differentiation of t square. 2t power 2 minus 1. Okay. Nx power n minus 1. That should be 0. 2 minus 1 I can write 1 only. And t power 1 we can write t. Then 2 and 2 cancels. So u into 1, u minus gt equal to 0. Take this one that side. So gt will be u. Therefore, t will be what? U by g. U by g. So after what time will the height be maximum? After u by g time. So if this u was given, right, in the problem, u should be mentioned. So if u was 20 meter per second, and G you know is approximately 10 meter per second square. Then what will be the value of time after which it will become maximum height? So it will be U by G. Matlab 20 by 10, 2 seconds. So after 2 seconds, the height will be maximum. Right now. So this part is not so difficult, right? As long as you understand this part, that whenever a function is maximum with respect to the variable, the differentiation of the function should be 0. Now the second question was, yeah, Gagandeep has already answered, very good. Second question was to find what is the maximum height. See, first question was find the time when the height is maximum. Second is what is the maximum height. So since we know the time, now what I can do, this is the time when the height is maximum. So put this time in the formula of height. Gagandeep, I hope you have used differentiation, no? Not those s equal to ut plus half at square, v equal to u plus at. Those formulas you have not used, right? Okay, good. So using differentiation only you have done, right, Gagandeep? Yeah, very good. So now this is the time when the height is maximum that we have found. So now what we should do? Just put this time in this equation. Therefore, maximum height will be h maximum, let us write. So when is the height maximum? Already we know when time is u by g. Substitute. So u into u by g minus half g u by g whole square. That will be u square by g minus half u square in the numerator, in the denominator g square, here g, so one g will cancel. So if you take u square by g common, 1 minus half will be half. So answer is u square by 2g. So this is the maximum height. Okay, I hope you understood from here to here. Basic arithmetic you have to do. So everybody understood this question? Okay. Others, everyone understood, right? Okay, right now. So since you have understood, you should try one problem, okay? See, unless you are able to solve, understanding is of no use. Main thing is you should be able to solve, and you can do this very, very fast. Very, very fast. If you remember the formula for differentiation in your fingertips, if you remember, then fata you can do. So try one question now. If y is given 2x square minus 5x. Okay. Find the x value when y is maximum. Okay, let me write like this. This is plus, this is minus. Okay. So try this problem. This time I have given you y and x. Matlab this is more mathematical problem. The one that we do before is more physics problem, because there we have given meanings to symbols. Here no meaning. Y and x are two variable. Any two variable. So try this problem. So you have to find the x value when y is maximum. So you have to find the x value when y is maximum. Yeah, anybody got? Five by 4, okay. 5 by 4. Okay. So if many people are getting same answer, then it may be correct answer. I will do it. Don't worry. Okay. So let us check how to do it. Since y is maximum, what we know, differentiation of y with respect to x, dy by dx should be 0. Should I do it little faster this time? So if you take differentiation of first term, see, look here, how to do it little faster in exam. If you take differentiation of the first term, see, -2 is constant. So -2 will come outside, right? Like that you can do in your head also. -2 will come outside. Then you have to take differentiation of x square. That you know already, 2x. Then this plus 5. 5 will come outside. Differentiation of x will be 1 equal to 0. So like this also you can do. Okay, I know the way I did before, if you do that way, it will be very systematic. Chances of doing mistakes are very less. But you should be able to do little faster for entrance exams. So see, I have to take dy by dx. So y is what? I have to substitute this y, -2x square plus 5x. That means I have to take differentiation of this plus differentiation of this. Correct now? So this one, when I do differentiation, directly you take -2 outside. And you all know differentiation of x square is 2x. Right? Formula is differentiation of x power n dx is nx power n minus 1. So that formula you should remember. Then immediately answer will come -4x will plus 5 will be 0. So take -4x this side. So 4x will be 5. So x will be 5 by 4. So I hope now you can do such problems easily. Okay, now remaining 5 minutes and all, I will be asking you a series of questions, simple questions. Try to answer fast, okay? So first question, I will write just y and x, okay? Generally, I will do, generally. So I have, let's say, 2 graphs, graph 1, graph 2. Which graph has more slope, 1 or 2? Quickly, which graph has more slope? Which graph has more slope? Both, huh? How 1, 2 like that answer is coming? Slope means tan theta. Right? Tan theta. Yes or no? And you have to measure which theta is more. So this theta is more. So therefore slope of 2 will be more. So slope of 2 will be greater than slope of 1. Okay? So please remember that. See, to find which has more slope, just check which is more vertical. That is the meaning of slope. Slope means how much steep it is. Steep. Mountains, you think mountains. So, so if a mountain is like this, you will say it is more slope. If a mountain is like this, you will say it has less slope. Okay? So this one has more slope. This one has less slope. So I don't know why some of you told 1. So those who told 1, please be careful. Think carefully. Okay. First question. Most of you answered correctly. Those who answered wrongly, please check now once. Okay. Second question. Again, I am telling you, to decide which has more slope, only check which is more vertical. The one which is more vertical will have more slope. This has how much slope? This line, 0. This will be infinite. This will be infinite. So like that, though, you don't get infinite things we don't have in real life, right? So now, let me draw 2 curves like this. 2 lines, sorry, not curves, lines. Which has more slope? Line number 1 or line number 2? Line number 1 or line number 2? Kishan, be careful again. Ayo, Jivita, Dharti. I have told you, more matlab magnitude. See, some of you are thinking, I know, negative slope it will be. So negative less is more actually. Like that you don't think. Whether mountain is like this or mountain is like this, you will say it has more slope. No. Yes or no? So which one has Srishti? Again, I am answering. You are not listening carefully. Okay. Most of you, Srishti is correct actually. Oh yes, yes. Those who told one is correct. Those who, so many told two. So those who are saying two, you are thinking about negative slope. I asked, I don't want to know whether it is negative or positive right now. I just want to know the magnitude of the slope. Magnitude means modulus. Okay, so modulus of -5 is 5 only, right? Modulus of -2 is 2 only. So when you want to know only the magnitude, matlab you want to know which line has more slope. More word means what? More. More word is used for only magnitude. I have more mass than you. I have more height than you. I have more money than you. So it is always about some positive value. More matlab it is always about magnitude. So I am talking about which mountain is having more slope. So obviously look at the graph. This is more slope. So slope of 1, but you have to remember it is magnitude. Modulus you have to write. 1 is greater than slope of 2. I am sure why most of you thought 2, because you thought in terms of negative slope. That is correct actually. But since I spoke about more, I was talking about modulus. Modulus everyone knows. Modulus thing you know modulus of -2 is 2. You know that, right? Yeah. Even if you don't know, now I have explained. Modulus means positive value of the quantity. So be careful. So next time anybody will ask, it has more slope or less slope. Forget about tan theta and theta and all. Just check which line is more vertical. The line which is more vertical will be having more slope. More matlab in magnitude. Okay. So remember, this line 0 slope, this line infinite slope. Remember. Now questions will become more and more interesting. Yx. Please write down, okay? Don't just watch. Next question. So I have given you this time one single line. So my question is, as x increases, slope is increasing or decreasing or constant? As x increases, slope is increasing or decreasing or constant? Answer whatever you feel like. Remains the same. Very good. So I hope none of you thought that, sir, y is increasing, sir, why? Y is increasing, obviously. Y is increasing. But slope matlab what? Slope matlab tan theta. So you can see this theta, at this point, if I ask theta, it will be this much. At this point, draw x-axis parallel, draw a line parallel to x-axis, this much. At this point, like, so everywhere theta is constant. So slope will be constant. So if the line is straight, it is constant. Now tell me, positive slope, is it positive slope or negative slope? Acute angle, see. So acute angles of positive constant. Okay. So slope is positive constant in this graph. Write down this also. Yeah. Now let me give you this slide. Slope is constant or not constant, first of all? Slope is constant. Agree, right? And it is negative or positive? Negative. Now all of you have accepted. So it is negative constant. Negative constant. If they want the sign also, then negative constant. If they want only modulus, then it is constant. With including the sign, if they want to know, then it is negative constant. So when the slope is negative, what it means, look, compare this graph with the previous graph once, all of you. Compare this graph with the previous graph. So if you look at this graph, when x increases, y is increasing. See, like this point, x is this much, y is this much. This point, x is this much, y is this much. So when x increases, y increases. So wherever you wrote slope is positive constant, the meaning is basically when x increases, y increases. Okay. Here the question is slope. What is the slope? Is it a positive constant, negative constant? So answer is negative constant. And here when x increases, what happens to y? When x increases, what happens to y? That is the question studied now. When x increases, what happens to y? Y is decreasing. Slope is constant, but y is decreasing. So please remember that. So basically slope means, again, don't forget, slope means dy by dx. Always remember that. Don't forget the meaning that we have given in differentiation. So when dy by dx is positive, it means when x increases, y increases. When dy by dx is negative, it means when x increases, y decreases. So if this is your hard work towards studies, marks increases. This is hard work towards watching TV, hard work towards WhatsApp, hard work towards Facebook, then marks decreases. Okay. Now we come to the real purpose, real questions. Okay, these are the real important questions. Number 2, 3, correct. Look carefully and don't try to answer fast. Think carefully. Okay, I won't be able to give you. Okay, now you think carefully. Okay, indirect proportional. Indirect proportional we cannot say, Stalin. You will come to know later why we cannot say inversely proportional. Just because x increases and y decreases, it doesn't always mean inversely proportional. Okay, so I will inversely proportional graphs. No, they look like this. Stalin, for you, I'm trying to answer. So this is the graph of inversely proportional. So just because the graph looks like this, you cannot say it is inversely proportional. It is linear only, but not inversely. Come to this graph now. Come to this graph. Okay, suppose my graph looks like this. Yeah. Calm down. Don't be fast. My question is, slope is increasing, decreasing, or constant? Forget about the sign. Plus or minus, I don't want to know. Increasing or decreasing slope? Some of you have already answered. Yes, it is decreasing. How to know it is decreasing? Look here. At this point, draw a tangent. At this point, draw a tangent. What do you see? The mountain, you think always. Mountain is becoming like this. So slope is decreasing. So this time the answer is slope is decreasing. Now question is it positive slope everywhere or negative slope? Positive slope everywhere till here. Positive slope or negative slope? Positive, because the angle is acute. So slope is positive and it is decreasing. Okay, so +5, +2, +1 like that. Finally, it is becoming 0, you can see. Okay. Done? Everyone done? Okay. Please draw these tangents also. Once you draw the tangents, then you will come to know, yes, slope is decreasing. Okay, done? Yeah. Next question. Answer may change. May not change also. I don't know. First answer this. The magnitude of slope is increasing or decreasing? As I increase x, remember, don't come this way, go this way. So as I go this way, as x increasing, the magnitude of slope. Shamukh is saying increasing. Again, mountain, Neha, mountain. When x increases, draw tangent. That's why draw tangent and check. Stalin, I'm asking about magnitude. Whenever I say increasing or decreasing, I'm talking about magnitude, modulus. Yeah, most of you are correct. See how to find when x is when you are here. What is take a point, draw a tangent. Take a point, draw a tangent. So what do you see? Forget about the negative and the positive right now. Just talk about the magnitude is increasing, modulus value is increasing or decreasing. So here slope is like this, here the tangent is like this, here tangent is like this. So the mountain here is more slope, here it has less slope. So the slope is decreasing. And now if I ask the sign, is it negative or positive? If you measure with x-axis, these angles, all these angles are obtuse. All these angles are obtuse, so it is negative. So this kind of tangents will have positive slope. This kind of tangents will have negative slope. Keep in mind. So basically, before the slope was decreasing, but it was positive. So it was becoming like this, plus 10, plus 5, plus 3, plus 1, finally 0. Before. In this example, it may be minus 10, minus 5, minus 3, minus 1, finally 0. So when I take modulus, you can see it is decreasing. Modulus is decreasing, right? 10, 5 is decreasing. Only difference is this time it is negative slope. Understood the graph? Okay. The reason why I'm saying all these things, okay, is because what is the slope of displacement time graph? Displacement time graph. Yesterday I have told, last time I have told you, displacement time graph, slope, velocity, no, dx by dt. Dx by dt you have to do. Dx by dt is velocity. See, whenever people will say slope of something, then you just divide them. So what is the slope of yx graph? Dy by dx. So slope of displacement time graph will be d small displacement by d time. So displacement by time is velocity. So this, see, this is what? This is slope, no, in the previous example. This is for previous example. And this is for this example. These are the slope. So if somebody say the velocity is changing like this, what it means? It means there is a car which is going like this, positive direction. Let us assume this is positive direction. And it is slowing down, 10 meter per second, 5 meter per second, 3 meter per second, 1 meter per second, stop. Here it is decreasing only. The car is slowing down here also, but it is coming this way. Minus 10, minus 5, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0. So when people say a car is moving with minus 10 meter per second, minus 10 meter per second, it doesn't mean less than 0 he is moving. How can you move less than 0? Minus is only there to tell you the direction is opposite to the positive direction. Understood? That is the reason why we are saying minus 10 meter per second. How it can be less than 0, ma? How can you run less than 0 meters? Less than 0 meters you cannot run. The moment you run, it will be some distance you will cover. So the minus sign is there only to tell you the direction is opposite to the positive direction. So in both the cases, in this case also, in this case also, the car is slowing down. The car is slowing down. Here it is slowing down this way. Here it is slowing down this way. So when people talk about whether slope is increasing or decreasing, just you think of the tangent. Draw tangent at initial point, final point, and check whether the tangent is more vertical or more horizontal. If the tangent is more vertical, it will be having more slope in magnitude. And if the tangent is more horizontal, then tangent will be less. Slope will be less. Okay. One more you answer. Yeah. Oh, this one we covered, no? Already covered. So this is the graph. Question is slope. is increasing, decreasing. This also we covered, no? This we covered or not? Oh, we covered already. Okay. Then I want to talk about this one. Yeah. So here slope is decreasing or increasing here. Slope is increasing or decreasing. Forget increasing, decreasing when I say forget about the sign. Increasing. Very good. So what you did, you made a tangent here, you made a tangent here. So the mountain is becoming more slope. So slope is increasing. Slope is increasing. And it is positive or negative. Since the line is making acute angle, slope is positive. Simple now. Understood the concept. The funda is very simple. Okay. The concept is very simple. Okay. So now how we can make this into a physics problem? How to make this into a physics problem? Simple. Right here displacement. Right here displacement. And right here time. And then the slope will be what now? The slope will be dx by dt. dy by dx is slope. So now the slope will be dx by dt, and that is nothing but velocity. So what did you learn? Oh, if somebody shows you a graph like this for displacement time graph of a car, then what does it mean? It means the car is moving, slope is increasing. Slope is increasing, matlab velocity is increasing, and it is positive, matlab plus 5 meter per second, plus 20 meter per second, plus 100 meter per second. So the car is moving faster and faster. This side, because it is positive everywhere. So this is how you can easily convert these concepts into physics concepts. But right now, don't worry about this physics thing. Let us be more strong in mathematics. That is important. Okay. Last one. I think this you can do yourself also now. This one I have covered. Yeah, this one. So if I now let me only answer. So you can see now the slope is increasing or decreasing. Draw tangent at initial point, draw tangent at final point. So you can see that the tangent is becoming more vertical. So slope is increasing, but I should mention in magnitude, because now the slope is negative. So what does it mean? If this was displacement and this was time, then what does it mean? It means a car is moving faster, increasing, it is moving faster, but this side. So minus sign is used for that purpose. Okay. Okay, so before we say goodbye to differentiation, because almost many things we have covered, main parts for physics that we need, we have covered already. But just to revise once, okay, and then one last topic is still there, small topic, which is called chain rule. But before I do that, let us do this faster. So somebody says this is y, okay, and we want differentiation, dy by dx. So how will you do this faster? 3 is constant, take it out. Let me put cube here. Every time y to take same example. So first you take 3 outside, then differentiation of x squared. Then you take 5 constant outside, differentiation of x cubed. Then last is there's no constant here, so differentiation of sin x. So this will be 3 into differentiation of x power n, x power n minus 1. 3x power 3 minus 1. What was differentiation of sin x? Cos x. So answer will be 6x plus 15x squared plus cos x. Okay. Yeah, previous one is 5. Stalin has done for the previous one. So like this you should be able to do. And I also told you differentiation of e power x. This is the simplest one because the question itself is the answer. Okay, so here differentiation of this is this itself. Okay, very interesting. Okay, so now we will study about chain rule. Once we do chain rule, differentiation will be over. Then we will start. For this, we can't find x. What x, ma? Samuk, I did not understand. We can't find x, matlab when it is maximum like that. The value of x will be found provided you tell me that that you want x for this slope. So if you want me to find x for this slope when the slope is maximum, then I will write dy by dx equal to 0. Once I write equal to 0, it will become an equation. Then you can solve the equation. Right now, these are not equations. These are only expressions. The right side, this is just expression. Now, if I say this is equal to 0 like that, then x will be what? X will be minus infinity. So when x is minus infinity, e power x will be 0. Okay. This part all of you understood? E power x, if it is 0, then what should be x? If somebody will ask this question, these things you should study in mathematics actually. See here. Some number, e is just a number. E is just a number which we are using for 2.7 something. Just like pi. Pi is a number for 3.14 something something. E is also a number. It is called Euler's number. Later, when we study more and more, you will come to know the importance of this e. Right now, if somebody says e power x is 0, then what should be x? It has to be minus infinity. Now you will say, why minus infinity? Let us check. E power minus infinity, I can write 1 by e power infinity. Yes or no? X power minus 5 is 1 by x power 5. All of you know this. If you cross multiply, you will get 1. If you cross multiply, you will get 1 because x power 0 it will be. So e power minus infinity means 1 by e power infinity. Now e is a number. So it's a number. So if you take a number greater than 1 and you multiply with itself infinite times, then obviously the answer will come infinity. Yes or no? This is around 2.7. So 2.7 into 2.7 into 2.7 into 2.7 dot 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 dot. If you keep multiplying 2.7 with itself, power means that, no, power means you have to multiply with itself. So infinity means what? You have to keep multiplying. And what is 1 by infinity? If you take one apple and you divide it into 2 halves, you will get 1 half, I will get 1 half. But if you take an apple and you divide it into infinite halves, what will you get? Apple juice. Matlab, there will be no apple only. Understood? So if you take some number and you divide by infinity, you will get 0. So e power minus infinity will be 0. So if somebody says e power x is 0, what is x? Minus infinity. So we can solve. We can find x. But it won't be a definite number. Okay. Let us now discuss about chain rule. Let us now discuss about chain rule. All of you, concentrate. Chain rule. Okay, so what is chain rule here? Till now, whatever we have discussed is, if y is a function of x, then how to find dy by dx. That we have studied. Yes or no? For example, y is equal to x square. Substitute Madi x square. Then answer is 2x. If y is x square. So when people say y is a function of x, it means when x changes, y changes. And if y changes, then I am interested to know rate of change. And that rate of change is called dy by dx. But sometimes what happens is this. Sometimes there will be a function g. Some function g, let's say. So g depends on y. Matlab g is a function of y. And this y itself is function of x. Understanding or not? It happens sometimes, it happens, no? Like my friends, my pocket money will depend on my father's salary. I give this example to Stalin also. My pocket money depends on my father's salary. But sometimes what happens, my friend's pocket money depends on my pocket money. and therefore my friend's pocket money will also depend on my father's salary. So sometimes what happens, one function depends on some variable, and that variable is again function of some other variable. So now it is interesting to know if x changes, how will g change? That is also interesting. If somebody will say, if x changes, how to find change in y? That is easy. We have done already. Dy by dx. Already we have covered. Right? So if somebody says x changes, but how will g change? Then how to do it? Then the answer is dg by dx. How to calculate this? Directly you will not be able to calculate, students. Why, sir, we will not be able to calculate? Because g is a function of what? Y. So they will give you g equal to y square. G equal to y square. So here what will you write? D, this will be function of y square. So here how will you do directly? This one you cannot do directly, no? Can you do directly? Did I give you formula for this? I gave you formula for dx power n by dx. For this, I gave you formula, right? But I did not give you formula for dy power n by dx. No, this one I did not teach you. This one, there is no formula. Direct formula can be applied when this is x and this is also x. Like for example, you can write dt squared by dt. That you can write, no problem, 2t. But you cannot write dt squared by d something y like that. This one I did not teach you. Understanding or not understanding? So directly we cannot do. Directly we cannot calculate this. Directly we cannot do. So here we will apply something called chain rule. So what we will do here, look carefully. I'll write dg by dy. Okay, of course they are not same because this is dx, this is dy. So I can't write equal to. Then I will write here into dy by dx. So can I write this as this? Yes or no? Check. Can I write this like this? Can I write 5 by 2 as 5 by 3 into 3 by 2? That is my question. We can write. So now, once you do this, now you can do, right? Because g is a function of y. So this will be some function of y. So now you can take this differentiation. You can take this also. Because this is y is a function of x. So this also you can do. This also you can do. Multiply. This will be the answer. So we will do some examples. So this is the concept of chain rule. So G, I have brought it. It is like cross multiplication, but yeah. In cross multiplication, I really cannot say actually. If I cancel these two, then it is equal. But then all of them are related. In mathematics, no, all the operations are related. So you can find some relationship. So if you have understood this, let us solve one example. Done? No? Okay. Now, suppose question number 1. Okay, so look here. I want differentiation of sine 5x. So this time you can see the problem is this 5 is sitting here and you cannot take 5 outside. Hello, don't take, sir, 5 is constant, we'll take outside. How you can take outside? This is inside. No, Stalin, don't answer right now, and it is wrong actually, your answer is wrong. So just wait. Okay, when I'm teaching, don't write the answers. Once I finish or if I ask, that time you answer. Now look here, you don't take this 5 outside first of all, because it is not 5 into sin x. If it is 5 into sin x, you can take 5 outside. So when people say sine 60 degree, you find you can't write sine of 60 degree as 2 into 30 and then take 2 outside and write like this. This is nonsense. You cannot do like that. You cannot take this 2 outside. Understood? No, this will come half. Sine 30 is half. No, so this will come 1. This will come 1. This is root 3 by 2. So answer will not match. So be careful, okay? You cannot take these 2 outside like that. So now the problem is, we already know how to find this formula. This formula I have given you. So when this is your function of x, that time I can tell you answer is cos x. Correct? No, that is our formula, cos x. But here, this is sitting here. 5 is sitting. So what I will do, look, listen carefully. So let me consider this quantity as some other function y like that. Okay. So this y is equal to 5x. Think like that. So whatever is given here, think of that as some other function. Okay. Once you do that, then I can write d sine y by dx. Correct? No? Consider this quantity here as y and write like this. Now here you can apply chain rule because this is function of y, function of something else, and this is x. So chain rule you apply. D sine y by dy into dy by dx. Chain. This is like your g. This is like your g. dg by dx was there? No. dg by dx. How I wrote dg by dx? dg by dy into dy by dx. So here your g is a function of y because it is sine y. So now what can I do? See here, can I apply directly formula here? Here? Can I here apply directly formula? Yes or no? This one. Y and y are matching, no? So since it is matching, directly I can apply formula for this. So this will be your cos y into dy by dx. Now you will say, but sir, what is the answer? Answer we have to write. So for what did you consider y? For what? For this 5x. So this will be cos this y. Finally, you put this y back. So 5x into d5x by dx. Now this also easily we can do now. Aram se. So this is cos y, cos 5x into this 5 is constant, take it outside. So differentiation of x with respect to x will be what? dx by dx. That will be 1. That will be 1, right? This will be 1. So your answer will be, finally your answer will be 5 into cos 5x. 5 into cos 5x. No, this 5, this is 1, this is 1. So 5 into 1 is 5. So 5 cos x. I'm writing this 5 here, okay? It looks nice that way. So what part you did not understand? Which part? Let me write down the steps, okay? First step is this. First step, second step, third step, fourth step, fifth step. Which part? Question is given to you, na? Question is given to you. You have to think how to solve, right? Okay, Channa. Oh, Channa. Channa, try to answer this question. First, try to answer this question. Suppose my pocket money depends on my friend's pocket money, and my friend's pocket money depends on his father's salary. Then will my pocket money depend on his father's salary? Yes or no? Only say yes or no. Yes. So that means I am also interested to know how, with the change of my friend's father's salary, how my pocket money will change. That also I am interested to know. Matlab, sometimes g will be function of some variable and y will be function of some variable. So I am interested to know how to find differentiation of g with respect to x. Because this will be also having some meaning, right? Why it will have some meaning? Because when x is changing, y is changing. When y is changing, g is changing. So I'm also interested to know how g will change with respect to x. This will say how g changes with respect to x. This is rate of change of g with respect to x. This part already we have covered. No, this part we have covered. So many problems already we have done. And this part also is same only. Yes or no? So the only thing is, if G has Y, if G has some other variable, then how to do? That time we use the concept of chain rule. So let me again explain to all of you. It will be like revision, no problem. It's okay. This concept, no, it takes some time. So let me just explain once more. Okay, so if G is a function of X, sorry, Y, and Y is function of X, how to find dg by dx? Okay. Channa, can you tell me, can I do this directly? Directly, can I do? Suppose somebody says G is equal to sine Y. So if I write, Channa, look here, if I write G equal to sine Y, if I write G equal to sine Y, then what does it mean? G is a function of what? First answer step by step we will ask, so that we understand everything. When I write G equal to sine Y, then G is a function of which variable? Y or X? Y. So G is a function of Y. Correct now? So here G is a function of Y. So maybe they may write G is equal to sine Y. So D sine Y by dx. Now can you do this directly? Can I directly apply the formula? Yes sir or no sir? The formulas which we have studied till now was differentiation of sine x by dx is cos x. Correct or not? So here directly I cannot do. So for that purpose, we are using the concept of chain rule. So think this is your G. So d sine y by dy into dy by dx. This is allowed. Mathematically, this is allowed. So now this part I can easily do. What will be this? Cos y. And this will be dy by dx. So this is the answer for if it is only sine y. So now, Janani and Channa, can you tell me this much you have understood or not? You understood this part, Channa, you understood this part, you understood this part. So Janani has understood till here. Channa, did you understand till here? Yes. Okay. So till here you have all understood. Now, what I did in the previous question, nothing. I just wrote here 5x. 5x, matlab whatever was here, y was there, no, y was there, no, y. So that y is a function of x, no, it can be anything. X square, 2x, 3x, e power x, cos x, sin x, anything. So if this y is 5x here, that is what I did. If you go back and check, so this is 5x. So what will be the answer? Wherever y is there, 5x, and here 5x. Okay, so then this will be differentiation of 5x we know is 5. So answer will be 5 cos 5x. That's it. That much only we have done. So let me give you one more example, then it will be more clear. By the way, that 5 was just a number, right? So sometimes I may be having like this, differentiation of sine ax, where a is a constant. Then if this was y, and then you apply chain rule, what anybody can tell the answer directly? Yeah, it is related to that. It is related to that. Gagandeep has done already. Sujan has told already. Sine A, Sujan, I think by mistake you wrote sine Stalin. So now, so this will be A cos AX. Okay. Again, try to do this same thing by applying chain rule. By applying chain rule. Okay. So try to do the same thing by applying chain rule. So this formula you remember, please. Okay. Who remembers this formula directly? Differentiation of root x. This one directly formula we can apply because this is also x, this is also x. So no need to use chain rule. When do we use chain rule? When this is function of some other variable. That time we use. So here directly we can say. Anyone remembers? Answer was 1/2 root x. This was 1 by 2 root x. Okay, if you forgot, look here. What is the meaning of root x? X power half. Root x means x power half. And what is the formula for differentiation of x power n with respect to x? What is the formula? N x power n minus 1. That will be half x power minus half, which will be 1 by 2 root x. Right? Because this is nothing but 1 by 2. Since power is minus, I can write in the denominator x power half. Okay, so if you can remember this formula directly, it is better. Otherwise also you can apply the formula of x power n. Only remember root x means x power half. Then apply the formula n x power n minus 1. This part everybody understood, right? Okay. So now let me give you some other question. Suppose I want differentiation of root x square plus x. So I want differentiation of this. So now this is I know so many things came, right? So how to do this differentiation? Again, look here. If this was x, if this whole thing was x, we can directly tell the answer. So here directly you cannot do. There is no for this. I have not given any formula. So what you do? This part, like in the previous, think this is what I told. Think this is what I told. Nandita has understood the concept. Sakshi also has understood. Monisha, Sanvi, very good. So this you consider as your y. And then write the formula once. D by dx of root y. Like that. Okay, but keep in mind that this is y. Later we have to put again later. So now this is easy. This we can use chain rule. So think this is your g, because this is function of y. Okay. Yeah. Any other variable we can write. Okay. So now it is easy. Now you write d root y by dy into dy by dx. Okay, because y is a function of x. So write dy by dx. So this is called what rule? From here to here I came through chain rule. After you do this many times, no, in mathematics students, you will be solving many problems like this. So you will become expert. You will be able to think, array, it was so easy. Well, when Pankaj sir was teaching, we found it very difficult like that. You may be thinking like that. But later you will be doing so many problems that you will find this like adding 2 and 3 only. So don't worry at all. However, students, for physics, no, we need this now only. That's why I have to teach you basic concepts. So once you do this, then this part you can either write this root y as y power half, and then you can repeat this. So if you want to repeat, you can repeat here. You can repeat this part, whatever I did here, you can repeat here. But no need to repeat because I know the result already, right? So directly I can write 1 by 2 root y. But you have to write y, okay? Because this was for x, no? This is for y. And then here dy by x. So once you have done this part, now you put whatever was y. What was, because answer should be in terms of x, no? Answer should be in terms of x, because here in the question there is only x. So how the answer can be in terms of y? It should be in terms of x only. So finally the answer should be in terms of x. So now you put substitution. Root, what is y? X square plus x. And here differentiation of y. What is y? X square plus x. This is something you can do easily. So this will be 1 by 2 root of x square plus x into differentiation of x square 2x plus differentiation of x 1. That is your final answer. Yeah, I understand. It is difficult to answer. Yeah. Done. So this is, oh, so the last step is not visible. Today, no, the adjustment of the board is not very proper. From where to can be here? Oh, this 2 is this from here. Channa, you have to apply the formula of root x. Root x formula, x power half. So half, this 2 came from here. See, you have to do the differentiation. I did not do the differentiation because I have done it here already. Every time, no, it is difficult to do. So last question before I stop chain rule is, look here. Try to answer this. I will give you a question which you will be able to type. Otherwise, no, it is difficult to type, I know. Differentiation of d by dx of e power 5x. Let me remind you, the formula I taught you is this. This is the formula I taught you. Ayo, everything is outside. Sorry. Yeah. So differentiation of e power 5x you tell. This formula I have given to you already. Okay, so try to tell the answer. Directly you cannot tell here. Chain rule you have to apply. Anybody got? So this formula I have given to you. Okay, this you have to accept. Some 5-6 formulae I have given already. But the only difference is now I'm putting here 5 like that. Gagandeep has got super Gagandeep. Sujan has got now. Okay. So the point is, what you should do now is think, if this was x, no, if this was some x, if this was x, your answer will come immediately, right? So think this is your y. Then write d e power y by dx, right? This is what we have to find. D e power some function of y, some function of x, which I wrote y, by dx. Then chain rule, e power y by dy into dy by dx. So now this formula I can apply here because this is y, this is also y, like here x. So this will be e power y into dy by dx. Then wherever there is y, substitute. What is y? 5x. Then this is 5x. Then you can take this 5 outside. So the answer will be 5 e power 5x. Okay. Sir, please do chain rule with sign 90. Yeah? See, you cannot put number. You cannot put number, Stalin. If you put number, then it is a constant. So differentiation will be 0. You have to give me function. You have to give me some variable. Okay. So we cannot do it for y equal to x to the power 2 into sin x. Sir, can you do? This is product rule you have to apply. Chain rule. This is not chain rule. This is simple. Product rule. So the learning exercise, I think Samruddh is asking. So let me do that question. Y equal to x power 2 into sin x. So this is not chain rule because this is product of two functions of x, right? So what is the formula? If there are two functions a into b, none of them are constant, then what is the formula? First derivation of first function into second function plus first function into differentiation of second function. Okay, you can change the order if you want. So how I should do? X square into differentiation of second function plus this formula you should know. Okay, product rule I've taught already. So here we write sin x differentiation of first function. So this will be x square. Differentiation of sin x will be cos x. And differentiation of x square is 2x. So answer is x square cos x plus 2x sin x. Okay, that is the answer. Why I put bracket is because sometimes some students will write x into x square like that. Cos ax, okay, fine. So till here you have done, no? This one you understood, everybody. Product rule. Product rule you have to apply. First function differentiation of second function plus second function differentiation of first function. After that it is direct. After that it is direct. Okay. After that it is x square sin x differentiation is cos x. X square differentiation is 2x. Here which formula I applied? Nx power n minus 1. Okay, Neha was asking y square sin x I have done. Somebody was asking one problem, y equal to cos ax. Okay, y equal to cos ax. So for this, you should know the standard formula for differentiation of cos x with respect to x is, Neha, what is the answer? Minus sin x. Minus sin x, right? So this one we can do the same way. Chain rule, you think this is your y. Then it will be differentiation of cos ax by dx. So this we have to do now because y is this. So now if I think, see, since y is written here, no, let me write for this some other variable because y is written here already. So let me write for this some other letter, g let me write. So this will become differentiation of cos g. Okay, then this directly we cannot do. So I will write d cos g by dg into dg by dx. So now for this I can apply this formula. So minus sin g into dg by dx. Now for what you wrote g? For ax. Why I did not write y this time? Because y was written here in the question. So I thought I will not write y here. This is also why, this is also why it will be confusing. No, y equal to 2, y equal to 5 in the same problem. Y equal to 2, y equal to 5 in the same problem. That will be confusing. So for this, I thought of writing G. If you like any other alphabet, write. So now substitute. For this, I wrote G, AX. So this will be minus sin AX into differentiation of AX. A is constant, take it outside. So final answer will be A minus A sin AX. Neha, understood now? Somebody was asking this. So like this, okay, I will not be giving you more problems. Okay, I will not be giving you more problems because this is mathematics job, mathematics teacher's job. Okay, so they will be teaching this. I don't want to give you more and more problems to you. So what we will do basically is stop here. But I will be very happy if you can answer the last question. Okay, for today. Everybody try it. So what I'm going to give you is kinetic energy of a body is half mv square. All of you know this. Kinetic energy of a body is half mv square. Now let us say v is changing with time. Velocity is changing with time variable, but time variable. I will not write the formula. It can be 2t, sin t, cos t, t square, e power t, whatever function, think. But velocity is changing with time. So you look here now. Channa, look here. Kinetic energy changes with velocity. Velocity can change with time. That means kinetic energy can also change with time. Accepted or not, everyone? Kinetic energy changes with velocity. Velocity can change with time. So can kinetic energy change with time? Yes, kinetic energy can change with time. So suppose somebody says, find the rate of change of kinetic energy with respect to time. Then can you tell me what will be here? Of course, m will be constant. So think when the body is moving, think the mass is constant. Can you tell me what will be here? Shall I give it as homework or shall I do it? Or you try now only, no? Now only you try. So you try, I will also do. So what will I do? Half m is constant. No, take it outside. Then this will be differentiation of v square by dt. Till here everybody understood? K is this. Put this k here. Put this k here. If I put this k here, correct? If I put this k here, half and m are constants. Take it outside. Then what will be left? dv square by dt. Can I write this as directly 2v like that? Can I write 2v? Can I write? No, if this was v, if this was also v, we can write. So here we cannot write. So what we will do? Chain rule. Half m dv square by dv into dv by dt. And this will be half m. Now you can write. This will be same as differentiation of x square with respect to x, which is 2x. So this will be 2v into dv by dt. And this we cannot do. Okay, so 2 and 2 will cancel. So this will be mv into dv by dt. So this is what you will get. 2m tv. No. How Stalin? How that tv can v I have not given. This is function. This can be anything. This can be t square. It can be t cube. It can be t square plus 5t. It can be anything. So Stalin, your answer cannot be specific right now because it will depend on what is the formula for v. So depending on the formula for v, you substitute here and then substitute. But can anybody tell me what is this quantity called? What is this quantity? See, this is rate of change of velocity with respect to time. What is the meaning of dy by dx? dy by dx is rate of change of y with respect to x. So what is dv by dt? Acceleration actually. Hey, momentum, how Stalin? Rate of change of velocity is acceleration. So this is your acceleration. No need to write now. Later we will see. Okay. So till here, so this is one physics application. So in physics, you will find the application of chain rule in this example. Okay. So see you students. Hope you all understood the class. Thank you. Bye. And please revise. Okay. Please revise whatever notes you have written, revise them because 2 days in a class I am taking and these concepts are new. So try to revise. Thank you. I'll end the meeting now. Take care.